Ric Prado is a former CIA station chief, member of the agency's Special Activities Division for Paramilitary Covert Action, and also the author of Black Ops, The Life of a CIA Shadow Warrior, a memoir of his 25 years in the agency. Ric, it's great to have you tonight. If anyone knows what happens in the dark of night, it's you. So that's our first question. Do you think there are covert operations underway in Ukraine right now on the ground?
Well, I cannot tell you with any certainty, but during my time, that would have been the case. I mean, we would have probably been there months in advance, training up our allies in the special operations and making elite teams out of their already formidable forces. So the answer would be yes.
Yeah. So let me take it the next step. The president has said no troops. Do you think we have special forces units on the ground right now?
Not on the ground. I'm sure that we are in some perimeter outside the war zone.
All right, so let me get your observations of where we stand right now and what you think has transpired, what you think about what has transpired so far with the Russian army.
Well, you know, it's amazing to me that we're surprised that we're suffering through this. I'm Cuban-born. I saw this happen into my country when I was 7 years old. I fought it in Nicaragua when I was the point guy at the Contra program. If you look at history, the Russians are expansionist, and this is nothing more than an opportunity that they've seen that they're going to capitalize on. I am not surprised at all that they made this move. I know that the agency's not surprised because, like I said, I'm sure that we've been looking at training up the Ukrainians now for probably several months, if not a year.
Are you surprised that they haven't made more progress? I mean, people thought that they would take Kyiv in a day or two.
You know, that is a pleasant surprise. I was worried about that, but it speaks volumes of the courage of the Ukrainians. And, you know, that was the thing that I also saw with the Sandinista Contras. The Contras, they had skin in the game. They were fighting for their freedom. And you got to understand, for guys like me who have lived that and fought it in 5 incarnations, you know, freedom is the antagonist of communism.
Do you think the Ukrainians can hold them off, Ric?
I think so, and I think that they can at least delay them and wear them down. And I think the Russians are in a lot worse shape that they're admitting.
So how do you see this battle for Kyiv going down, Ric, if it happens? Do you anticipate more missiles? Do you anticipate more of an air assault, or is this going to be urban warfare, street by street?
I think urban warfare would be their last choice because that is the bloodiest for them. They will suffer substantial casualties. So I imagine they will try to soften up the targets with more missiles and more batteries. Once it gets down to house fighting, we know this from Fallujah, we know this from fighting ISIS, we lose men when we do that.
Yeah. What do you make of this convoy we keep seeing, Ric? I'm not really sure what to make of it, why it stopped, why it hasn't moved more quickly. Are they running into fuel issues? Is this as good as they are going to get? Do they have more, you know, do they have more to come, I guess?
You know, it's hard for people to understand the difference between the logistical support that the United States enjoys with just about over any other country in the world. You know, there's a saying that amateurs practice tactics and experts logistics. And then to see that convoy stop there and all the reports that we're getting, I think there's probably a combination of things. First of all, they are meeting a lot more pressure than they were expecting. Number two, they are probably having logistical problems. And it's not just fuel, it's ammunition, it's medical supplies, it's medevacing of their guys. Logistics and support are key in any operation of this magnitude.
Is there a way for the U.S. to make this tougher for the Russians? Covertly, of course.
I certainly hope so. Obviously, I don't have insight into what has been going on. If the president is indeed asking the agency to come up with ideas, we have incredible talent of our men and women that work at the agency that will come up with some very innovative things. We have in the past, hundreds of times.
Right. Ric Prado, former CIA paramilitary covert officer. It's great to have you tonight. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much, Alden.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.